Well, 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 it would seem that everything is terrible now, wouldn't it? The year is 2020. The coronavirus has been dominating the news, capitalism has crippled the emotional stability of the American citizen, and now the only true form of government left in the West is the Charmin Bears. Fitting, really. Can't imagine anybody else so excited to see so much. I myself am from the United States, and as I'm certain many of you are aware, our government isn't exactly handling the situation with the utmost grace. If you've been following the chaos that's been going on across the world, you're probably also aware that people have been doomsday prepping like it's doomsday, and absolutely gutting all grocery stores for as much toilet paper and hand sanitizer as they can find. And my hands aren't metaphorically clean of the situation either. My partner and I were fortunately out grocery shopping when we first heard the news that there might be quarantines across our state. I was picking up my usual fix of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Cheez-Its when she turned to me and said, "You know, when people doomsday prep, the first thing stores run out of is the last thing you want to be stuck without." So we picked up a 12-pack instead of our regular 6, and then over the course of the next week or so, every couple of days we would go out again and buy another, single, which is kind of what I really recommend people do instead of buying as many as you possibly can. Just have some on reserve, like an emergency pack in case you need it. And then every couple of days, if you're running low on one roll, just pick up another one. But also try not to go out too often, because social distancing is kind of very recommended nowadays. And then we were lucky enough to get off of that train before it flew off the goddamn tracks, because in the week following that grocery trip, toilet paper practically became the new United States currency. It has sort of been absolute mayhem, and I'm very glad that we haven't actually had to go grocery shopping during these absolute hellish days. The last time we went grocery shopping was on a Friday afternoon when everybody else was still at work, just so we could get some groceries. We stayed in line for a little bit because there were some other people that had the same idea as us, but the very next day we found out that our local grocery store had lines going back to the way back of the stores. Like, they were in the freezer aisles. That's how bad those lines got the day after we went grocery shopping. So we were lucky. But following that, we had been seeing headlines of people literally buying as many rolls of toilet paper and bottles of hand sanitizer and whatever else in as high a bulk as they could possibly manage. People have literally been having trouble getting all of the toilet paper into their cars and needing to make 2 trips from the grocery store back to their home just so they could bring all of it back. There have actually been accusations of people clearing out entire warehouses of, certain shopping centers of all of their sanitary materials, possibly just so that they could be absolutely prepared in case they were quarantined for the rest of their life, but also way more likely so that they could sell them back. In fact, some person that I saw on Facebook actually got an entire storage unit that he would fill up with toilet paper, paper towels, whatever. He unloaded his entire county, and apparently he was moving on to the next one. So much stuff like that, and it's never ending. I don't understand. I can understand why people would want to have backups of some things, just in case they need to quarantine themselves and they can't go outside, which is looking more and more likely for all the heavily populated states right now, and, a couple weeks down the line, probably every state. So it's good to have some backups of things, but you're not going to be quarantined for the rest of your life if you are just trying to keep all these things for yourself just for protection. And if you are doing that, that means that you're leaving absolutely nothing left for everybody else who might actually need it. But, good for you. Good for you. You have your stockpile. But then you've got literal toilet paper. Then you also have those idiots out there who are buying upwards of 18 jugs of milk. Because, why? Milk goes bad pretty fast. To the idiot that did this, you're telling me that you're going to be drinking all that milk in the course of about, 2 weeks before it goes bad? So I just keep coming back to, I understand wanting to have some extras so that you do not have to go out until you absolutely need to, versus having way more than you need, having way more than your town needs, just stuck into your garage or whatever. And what I think is likely for a lot of these people is that they're price gouging. We've had a couple of accusations of people price gouging already, which is one of the scummiest things that anybody can do right now. You're literally taking this situation and trying to make money off of it. You're trying to make money off of sick people who, in a lot of cases, they're probably getting way more sick because now they don't have access to hand sanitizer or toilet paper, so they're just in unsanitary conditions because you felt the need to buy as much of everything as you possibly could. And I know that a lot of the individuals behind these scams are getting taken down for this, and I truly hope that we catch all of them and they are going to be getting legal repercussions, but because I don't know how illegal this is. It could be something that's totally within somebody's constitutional rights, which is scummy as all hell. If you have been price gouging hygienic products, I have no respect for you. I know that this has also been a problem online where people buy as much toilet paper as they can fit into their Ford Pintos and sell them to the dark web for tens of thousands of Bitcoin. But I'm glad to say that online retailers have been trying to crack down on this crap as well. I think eBay and Amazon have both been keeping up to date on this. I'm not sure if they've gotten everybody, but I hope they do. I hope this becomes kind of against the terms and conditions of any online retailer. But earlier today when I'm recording this anyway, I started seeing headlines saying that actual businesses have started price gouging as well. It's not just individuals anymore. With some stores, with some actual licensed stores selling hand sanitizer from anywhere between $60 to $80 a bottle due to shortages, or in one case, charging $1 per squirt, a line which sounds dirty, but I assure you that nobody's happy about this. Or there are other stores that have been hoarding thermometers and face masks, or other types of actual medical equipment that not only do individuals need, but doctors need to test those individuals and make sure that the public is staying healthy. Or yet more stores like convenience stores or gas stations or wherever it is you find yourself that are selling toilet paper rolls, single rolls, for upwards of $10. Also, I just found another headline from literally a few minutes ago that says that apparently in Texas, hundreds of complaints are being filed alleging price gouging on toilet paper, bottled water, and hand sanitizer. A lot of this from very populated areas like Dallas and Houston, and it is a pleasure to report that any of these price gougers that are actually licensed are required to reimburse customers and could actually be held liable for upwards of $10,000 per violation, with additional penalties of $250,000 if your customer was of the elderly age group. Because, hey, you're holding them hostage. Anybody who does stuff like this is ruining the pandemic for the rest of us. And making me feel guilty if I happen to run out of toilet paper. Because now we are in a situation where not only is everything that I just talked about happening, but also if you legitimately just run out of things, you're frowned upon for going out to buy more of it because people think you're hoarding. So, to reiterate what I said at the beginning of this, everything kind of sucks right now. There's really no tiptoeing around that. Does that mean that the world is coming to an end? No. Does that mean that you need to hoard hygiene products like the fabled toilet dragon? No. A lot of us are on our own here, often for incredibly stupid reasons, but that just means that it's up to us to work together to make things better. Don't be the person that makes this situation harder for everybody else just because it might make things a little bit easier for you, because to be honest, that way of thinking might have caused a lot of these problems to happen in the first place. That might be the reason a lot of us are in this situation. And when all of this is over, I'm hoping that we can continue to make things better. But prioritizing your own net gain over the well-being of everybody around you has been damaging this planet and its people for way longer than the coronavirus has been a thing. So maybe just stop. In conclusion, stay home, stay safe, eat the rich. And for the sake of everyone, don't succumb to greed during all of this. You don't want to become a Charmin bear.
Don't you want to enjoy the go?
Yeah! Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry this topic was a little bit of a bummer, but this thing is everywhere, it's a little hard to ignore, and there's been a lot of stuff that's kind of been really pissing me off lately, and I just wanted to scream at a microphone for a little bit. And at the risk of seeming a little too ironic, given what I just said about trying to profit off of this situation, my commissions are back open. I'm stuck at home right now and I really don't have any way to make an income, so if any of you are interested, please reach out. You can send me an email at vincenzonovaart@gmail.com or DM me on Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is you follow me, and we can make some really cool art. Or if commissions aren't really your thing, but you still want to help support my channel, my Patreon is open, and for as little as $1 a month, you can help me to continue making art and keep this channel alive. It is you lovely people who are helping me through these trying times, and also my cat. Also, my cat is helping me through immensely. Links to all my social media down below. Thank you again, and I will see you next time I make something. Peace out.